A question I get nearly every single day is, where do you get your props from for your product photography shoots? And I want to make this video for you guys to help you out with your own prop sourcing and how to come up with ideas on what props to buy for your own product photography photo shoots. Now, there's a reason why when photographers are asked, oh, where did you get this from? Where did you get that from? We're not exactly inclined to give all the information away for free, and there are a couple of reasons for this. Number one is I personally spend hours upon hours prop shopping both online and around my local area, just trying to find things for my photo shoots that I think will work. And sometimes I come up with absolutely no purchases even after spending hours trying to find the one thing. And I know many photographers do the same. And secondly, I think it also depends on what product and brand you are shooting for. Sometimes you've just got to put the work in yourself to try and find something that will suit the photo shoot that you are doing. And I also think that this process, which is all part of your own pre-production process, it will help with your own creativity and will help you be more original and unique if you do your own prop sourcing. And the thing is, it's not just about, oh, where do I get props from? It's about telling a story with the props that you're going to be using in your photo shoot. So you want to prop shop with intention. So in this video, I'm gonna give you guys some guidelines on where you can find props and how to go about your creative process so that the work that you do, it stands out amongst the crowd. Now, if you haven't checked it out yet, I have an online course called Become a Brand Photographer. This is where I have my entire brain on a platter inside an online course. So in there, you'll find behind the scenes tutorials on lighting, gear, equipment, Photoshop tutorials and Lightroom tutorials. You'll have pitching templates, email templates, Lightroom presets, how to do a stop motion, how to price up your work, everything. It also comes with a private Facebook group so that you can connect with all the other students as well as myself and ask any questions that you have along the way. So if you'd love to join and be a student of that, I will leave you a link in the description below, and you can also use the code YouTube for 10% off. So your first point of call before you even start prop shopping is to establish the mood of your photo shoot. So is it gonna be happy, summery? Is it Christmas themed? Is it gonna be dark and moody, or is it minimalistic? And the first thing that I like to do is I bring up the brand's website and their Instagram, and I look at the kind of language that they are using to describe their products and their brand. So this is gonna really help you kickstart those creative juices to help you come up with prop ideas for the photo shoot. For example, I'm currently working on a photo shoot with my client, Pony Cosmetics, and we are doing a summer themed photo shoot. So I've pulled up their website and I'm looking at their lip balm product at the moment, which by the way is an amazing product. And it's got hints of strawberries in it. So naturally, I'm gonna be including strawberries in my photo shoot. So when I think summer, I think ice cream, pool, hot, colorful, bright. So now that I've established this theme, I've established this mood, I can then go on to try and find props that are going to help bring my photo shoot to life. All right, so now that you have conceptualized a couple of creative concepts for your shoot, you should have a pretty good idea of where to start looking for props. And the key is to just start. So the first places that I like to go are Amazon, eBay, and Etsy. And I basically just start searching for things that I think will really help bring my products to life. Now, the only issue with these sites is that sometimes props can take like over a month to arrive, and we don't really have that kind of time. So this is why it's really important to get on your pre-production as soon as you can. The earlier the better. And it's also good practice in between shoots, just have a look at props online that you think you might work with in future shoots and that you will work with often. Otherwise, I will try and shop locally most of the time. So it might be my local homeware store or other local small businesses that produce wood and acrylic. And sometimes it's really just about seeing things and wondering how you could incorporate that into a shoot. It's about thinking outside the box. Let me give you an example. So for the longest time, I have been trying to find a swing, just like a small mini swing that I can use for my photo shoots. And so at the end of last year, my partner, he bought a whiskey bottle, and it actually came in this like swing. And I have it right here. So we were about to check this out and I looked at it, and on the same day I was literally looking on Amazon for a toy swing, because I just think it's such a fun little prop to have in a photo shoot. And I looked at it, I was like, that's a swing. So there's actually another part on here that held the alcohol bottle. So I removed that, spray painted it pink, and this is the result of one of the photos that I took using the swing. So it's little things like that. You can look at objects and be like, can I use that for a shoot? Can I just chuck some spray paint onto it and use it for a photo shoot? Yes, you can. Now, I cannot count how many times I get asked, Amanda, where do you get those blocks from? And I actually have spent many hours, many, I would think probably a good year trying to source something that was really good quality. Now, firstly, you can actually make them yourself. So these ones here, I made these myself. This is probably the easiest and most affordable thing that you can do, is to go to your local homeware store, buy some wood, chop it up, and paint it. So it's a little DIY project. Now, since then, I have been able to source higher quality blocks from different places, so that I don't have to spend so much time DIYing them myself. But if you want to know where those places are, exact links to all my suppliers, I have a full resources list inside my course, Become a Brand Photographer, for my students. So by doing your own prop sourcing as well, you're naturally going to stumble on other items that will work for your current or even future photo shoots that you do. So if you can focus first and foremost on developing the story of your photo shoot before you look at what other props photographers are using, this is going to be a much better way to go about your photo shoots and help you stand out even more. So now I'm going to share with you guys what my 5 product photography prop staples are. Now, the first one is, of course, using blocks and pedestals, and I use these a lot in my shoots. And the main reason for this, though, is because when I'm working with multiple products, using the pedestals, it helps to separate the height of the products and helps each product stand out on its own in the shot. Now, the second thing that I love using is the product texture and even the packaging of the products themselves. So this might be, for example, a box that a skincare product comes in. So let's see this photo here that I did for my client Body Blends and Nicole Williams for their Glacial Dip range. The box is just, it's really beautiful, and I think that it helps to add a little bit more interest and texture to the shot. So I wanted to include it in this photo here. And of course, showing the actual product texture will help to sell the product even more to the brand's audience, because they can't touch it, they can't smell it, they can only see it. Now, the third thing that I love adding into my shots, and I guess this isn't really a prop, but more so an element because it's part of my body, is my hand. Putting a hand into a shot, it can just help to add that human element, that human touch. And the trick with hand modeling is to really just keep your hand nice and relaxed and elegant, especially if you are shooting skincare and makeup. So let's take a look at this photo I did for my client Ellie Skin. I've got the tub floating just above my hand. Now, the other thing to ensure that you do is that you retouch your skin in a way that will kind of lift the photo even more and make it more high-end. And if you want to know how I retouched this photo, there is a full Photoshop tutorial inside my course Become a Brand Photographer, where I show you how to retouch skin like this. Now, the fourth prop that I cannot live without are acrylic mirrors. I just think these add a really fun and interesting concept to a photo shoot, and you can just get really creative with them. And the fifth thing that I cannot live without is anything acrylic. So this might be acrylic sheets, circles, acrylic blocks. I just think, especially when you're doing skincare and makeup, these items are really easy to implement into a photo shoot. You can buy different colored acrylic sheets. You can have them cut down into different shapes and sizes. So there's a lot of versatility using acrylic in your photo shoots. Overall, when it comes to prop sourcing, it starts with you and the brand as opposed to what other photographers use as props, because this will help you be more original and unique in your photo shoots. Start by looking at the brand's website, their copy, their overall brand personality and identity, their other visuals that they use. Start with that and then try to come up with your own prop list. So think about the theme of your photo shoot first and what props you believe will help to complement that theme and that feeling and that vibe that you're going for the photo shoot. And don't forget that prop sourcing is an exercise that every photographer has to do. And sometimes it takes a really long time to find something that is going to work. And so just keep in mind that when you ask a photographer, oh, where did you get this? They may not be inclined to share everything with you because they've probably spent quite a bit of time searching for that object themselves. So I hope this video has been helpful to you guys on how to start your own prop sourcing process. And just remember, think outside the box. Yes, look online, but also look locally in your area on who can supply you with what you need. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to head over to my channel and subscribe if you find this kind of content helpful. Otherwise, guys, I will see you in the next video.